What is up, everybody? It is your boy Agius, aka Static Shock. Welcome back to another episode of For Life Means, the podcast, a podcast of encouragement, perspective, and life. If you're watching the video, you know the stupid thing I just did. Okay, it's okay. I'm just trying to be me, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for, coming to see my face or coming to listen to my voice and coming to listen to my apparently very squeaky chair. If you hear it in the background, I'm very sorry. I got to do something about that. Get some WD-40 on it or something. I don't know. I'm not a handyman. I don't know anything about these things. But anyways, welcome back. Today, this is an apparent theme of my podcast. Today, I'm going to start with a little story time. And so yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, welcome back. So, story time. So, let me just tell you about something that happened yesterday. So, yesterday, my dad and I, we were on our way driving somewhere to go pick up some bookshelves. That's not important, but the important thing is that they have Bluetooth capability in their car. And they've had the car for maybe a year, maybe less than a year, and they never figured out how to get the Wi-Fi to work. I'm talking about my parents. And so I was in the car, so I thought, I might as well get this Wi-Fi working so that we can bump that new Agius, No Fear, link down below. But we want to bump my music in the car. Well, my dad wanted to put my music in the car. It feels awkward for me listening to my music with other people, but he wanted to do that, so I was like, why not, So anyways, we were trying to get the Bluetooth to work in the car. But for whatever reason, after tinkering with it for like 20 minutes at least, I could not figure out how to get the thing to connect. Like it would show his phone on the screen, but it wouldn't connect to it. And so I was just having a really rough time, getting very frustrated, which is hard for me to really get frustrated. I usually only get frustrated with, when people are driving slow or when I can't figure out technology. And so that was one of those times. And so I couldn't figure out how to get the Bluetooth to work. And so I was like, you know what? I am just gonna stop doing this before I get mad. Like I was frustrated, but I'll stop before I get mad. And so I stopped, and my dad was like, no. He was like, young Danelle, keep going. Young Danelle, you're almost there. Just keep going. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll go back in and do it, whatever. And long story short, which is story's already long enough, I finally got it to work. And so that just had me thinking, like, I didn't know what I was going to talk about today, but that moment I was like, you know what? This would be a good teaching moment for the podcast, because there are a lot of people who are quitting too early. And I understand. Like, I definitely understand that. Like, my dad the other day told me that my music might not be where people are like getting a lot of listens or whatever, but sometimes the time that you're wanting everything to happen, sometimes it's just not time yet. And so there are so many people who are quitting their passions, quitting their purpose too early. And if I would have stopped tinkering with the Bluetooth, if my dad had not told me to keep going, we would have never bumped my songs in the car with that booming bass, but also they wouldn't have had the accessibility to the Bluetooth to play their own music from their phones, which is like a big, like, most of us are pretty young. Most of us that watch this podcast are pretty young. And so we like to hear our music through some banging speakers in the car. They don't have an aux cord, but we have Bluetooth. And so because of me, just think about this. Because of me continuing to tinker with that thing, I bless somebody else. Okay? You're with me now? Because I kept on working at what I was doing, knowing that if I finished it, that it would be a good thing. Had I stopped, my parents would have they have a great quality of life. Let's just say that. But because I kept on doing what I was doing, their quality of life went up because they have an extra thing that they can use for their car, an extra feature that they can use in their car that'll make their lives so much easier rather than going out and buying at Lux Court, going to Best Buy, driving all the way over there. And then we got quarantine, so they got to wait in the car, wait for someone to bring it to their car. They can now just listen to music through Bluetooth in their car. So I just want to encourage you today that I know that what you're doing, your talents, maybe they're not being viewed in the right way. Maybe people are even taking advantage of you. And so because of that, you want to quit. Or maybe you're not seeing those things, your dreams manifesting right now. I just want to encourage you to keep going. Okay? If God has given you a purpose to do those things, that's the key point. If God has given you that your purpose, just keep going. It may not look like you want it right now, but keep working and your time will come. That is very important, just to be patient. Just to be patient with yourself, okay? So, listen, I just want to say it again. If there are things, if God has given you a purpose, a specific purpose, if you've been prophesied that you're going to walk into this purpose, but you're not seeing those things manifest right now, I just want to encourage you to keep going. Keep pushing. Keep pressing. As my dad would say, keep pushing, keep pressing. Okay? So, I'm going to just leave you with that. Think about that. Let it marinate in your mind. And go out and continue to work. Work your butt off. And your time will come. If it's your purpose, your time will come. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. I think we can stop there. I think that's all we need for today. So anyways, if you can see, if you're watching the podcast, video on YouTube, got my little, got some water. This is just water in here. Got my little, what I'm saying? And also, if you're watching the podcast, you can see I'm sporting the new merch. No fear. Look at the back. Look at that. Look. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to show y'all my backside. That's kind of weird. But anyways, don't forget to check out No Fear. And don't forget to check out the merch and maybe buy, because the merch is pretty cool. But yeah, I will catch you next time. Thank you for tuning into this episode. If you know someone who needs to hear this message, please share it with them. Not so that I can get more plays, but I just want to see more people, first of all, not quitting, but also walking into their purpose. And please comment, what is the God-given purpose that God has given you? I want to know. I just want to be nosy. I want to know what God has told you your purpose is. So anyways, I will catch you next time. Thank you for tuning into this episode, and I love you very much. Peace out.